The truest sign that the holidays are here. The pañuelo is on because it's pastele time. My grandmother and my mother have already started montando the guineos, which basically just means that they started peeling them to get them ready to put them through the processor. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Say hello.
Hello. Aquí estamos trabajando, haciendo los pasteles, que si están viejitos como yo, saben cómo se hacen.
Yes.
Antes siempre se hacían los guineos guayándolo en guayo, que uno se cortaba todos los dedos. Mira el tractor que hay aquí.
¿Desde cuándo tiene esa máquina ya?
Pero esa máquina de mi hijo, y él me la regaló, pero ya, tú sabes, hacer como, yo creo que hace como 30 años que la tengo.
Wow.
Pero esto es lo mejor que hay. En 15 minutos tú mueles 2 cajas de guineo.
Wow. This is just some cilantro and recao that she juiced earlier today because she's going to get the meat ready and she likes to put extra cilantro and recao and all of that in the meat. So it's not dirty. Trust me when I tell you, she cleans this sucker crazy.
Yo vendía pasteles y yo siempre solita, yo hacía como 3 cajas de guineo, 3 pernil y tenía una clientela bien grande.
Ajá, that's true.
Solita, no. Ella me ayudaba a amarrar nada más.
Yeah.
Y guayar. Y después decía que ella lo había hecho. Pero aprendió.
And this is not it. This is not it. There's a whole box of bananas over here that we still have to get through.
El achote, echa el achote, el aceite o manteca, una gente usa manteca.
¿Cuántos años tú tienes tú estás usando estos pachotes?
Casi como con la máquina.
Wow, casi 30 años.
Mira, está viejita como yo, como la doña.
Ahora va a ser la carne, okay.
Let me change my gloves.
My grandmother has the ginormous caldero, okay? And this is still a lot of meat. So we're gonna transfer, we're gonna use 2 calderos. This is 3 whole perniles. Okay, now we're adding pimientos. Every little drop counts.
Mitad.
A lot of aceitunas. My family likes a lot of aceitunas in there. I'm not an olive lover, but who am I to tell them what to do? If you're Puerto Rican, during pastele time, you know. If you're the youngest one in the kitchen, you just do what you're told. That's it. Salsita de tomate. My job is pretty much to stand here and just take direction and watch and learn, okay? My mom is also still learning. She's been doing pasteles with my grandmother for like the last realistically been doing pasteles with my grandmother forever, right? But like actually allowed to touch the meat and stuff like that for like the last, what, like 2-3 years?
Yeah.
Before that, my grandmother wasn't letting none of us touch nothing, okay? It was montar guineos and don't touch the rest of my stuff. Sazon. Once everything's cooked, you taste for salt and everything like that.
Right. Now, I'm going to give it a good stir. Oh, Miss Lavender, would you like to do that? Yeah.
Okay, now we're adding a little bit of beef bouillon. Beef bouillon is what we have, so beef bouillon is what we're gonna use. But my grandmother said no chicken bouillon. Beef or pork, that's it. Take it easy on the salt in the beginning, she says. You got olives in here, you got a bunch of stuff in here that's salty. So cover it up and just let it cook until that meat gets nice and tender and delicious. Now, the fun part. Pull out Old Faithful over here. You made it! I graduated!
No habla mucho y trabaje.
I told you that was coming.
Okay.
I told you that was coming.
After you do a couple, it's not so fun no more. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, shoot.
Don't drop no pieces in there.
Right. I don't want to get fired on my first day.
Yes, people. This right here is a must.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's the only kind of salt that my grandmother will allow to be used in the pasteles. That's it. Nothing else.
Don't be trying to use no pink salt over here, because she will kick you out of this house.
Right? So now we're going to prepare the masa. Well, my mother's going to prepare the masa. You're going to add milk.
We don't really measure, guys. We just go by
We really don't. And now we add the achote for the color. Look at how deep and red that color is. Beautiful.
Si está muy blandita, échale masa.
Sí, yo le voy a echar más masa ahora.
My grandmother's been doing this for so long, y'all, that she can tell just by looking at it if it needs more achote, if it needs more milk, if it needs more masa. The meat has been cooking for a while. When you're making pasteles, you make them how you want. You know what I mean? You can leave stuff out, you can put stuff in. Well, unless you have a boss lady that tells you what to do, like I do.
Like we all do. She's over there right now. Where is she? She's making.
She's a little scary right now. Because we're a couple of hours in and she's a little scary. Okay, so my grandmother is going to now show you how she wraps pasteles. We know that when people make the pasteles, they use the green banana leaves, right? My grandmother has never used green banana leaves. When she first moved out to New York City, they were hard to find. So she didn't use them and she's never used them since. I promise you, they do not lack flavor. People love her pasteles. So the green banana leaf, if you live in a place where they're hard to find, fear not, okay? Some of us don't use them and they're still absolutely delicious, okay? She's the boss. I do it the way she says to do it. She's got a little oil here, a couple of spoonfuls of the masa. Eyeball, y'all. Eyeball. Now some meat. Okay, that's así. Y así. My mother's gonna make one now, and I'm pretty sure this is not gonna be as small as my grandmother's.
No. From the old school, you see the spoon I'm using? Tap it, girl.
Bang, 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 bang. Beautiful.
Mira qué lindo.
So you do a double like this. Put them around the pastel. You do like a little.
You open it, yeah.
Pie. I like to make it like a present. Like if you're wrapping a Christmas gift. My jefa over here doesn't really care about all that, but I do. Another knot on this side, and you gotta make it really tight because remember they're gonna cook together. So then I go on this side, I make another one. Depending on how much string you have, you flip it back. Tie. Listen, people don't know that this is like a lot of work.
People do know. The ones who know, know.
We use these little extra things to like make like a little sign or let us know if there's like raisins in it or whatever.
Yeah. Yes, raisins. Okay, we said raisins. My grandmother likes the raisins in it. ¿Verdad, ahorita que te gusta las pasas?
Las pasas.
¿A ti te gustan las pasas en
Sí.
los pasteles? Yeah. Remember, this is a generational thing. My grandmother learned from her mom. She's teaching my mom. This is just how we make them. And my mother just gave me the privilege of being able to make my own. This is my first time.
Aprendí ayudando.
I'm gonna keep it. There.
Así.
Do the whole thing.
Like that?
Please, a little more so they don't come out too small.
Okay.
Poquito más, please. Perfect.
Like that?
Tuck the edge all the way in. Keep tucking as you go. You gotta keep tucking.
Doblale allá.
It's okay. And now go. And make it where it should be. Like that? Yeah?
Yay! My first pastel and you guys witnessed it. It's not as easy as it looks.
Really? Is it?
Yay!
Yeah. Perfect.
Like that?
Yeah. You gotta make it real tight though. Like one more time if you want the long way. Or the other way, it doesn't matter.
Yay! We're gonna keep making them, and the next clip we're gonna show you them made, okay? But we'll probably look completely different because we're gonna cook these tomorrow. So the pasteles are done. My mother cooked them in some boiling water for an hour, right? Depending on how big they are. If they're a little bit bigger, an hour and a half. They're a little smaller, an hour. This is really hot, as you can tell. I'm risking it all for you right now. Any extra water that's in there, you want to just pour that out. And now we unravel like a Christmas present. Don't let any of that stay on there, okay?
Mucho trabajo.
Uh-huh.
Vale la pena.
Siempre. I'm gonna cut it in half so you can see. Look at that. See? Look at all that meat in there. That's what you need. Me personally, I like a little bit of hot sauce. Don't come with me with no ketchup, okay? I don't like ketchup in general, so ketchup on my pastel, no thank you. You first. Here, take a bite. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'm very grateful for this family tradition, and I will cherish this forever.